I want to welcome you back to Black Site, and tonight we're going to talk about the issue of inflation. Today, it hit another record high of 9.1%. It seems like the poor keep getting poorer. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Inflation today hit 9.1%. The estimate is that it was going to be 8.8%. That means the price of everything is going up. The price of food, gas, cars, clothing, anything you can think of. And I really don't know how the American people are surviving. People in the middle class, lower middle class, and poor are catching hell. I wonder, how are people feeding their children? People are not living paycheck to paycheck. They living day to day. When you're talking about food prices jumping the way they are, and we have kids out of school now, that means they are home to eat breakfast and lunch, to where they used to go and get their breakfast and lunch at school. That means parents are spending more money on food, which they normally wouldn't spend. Then you have school coming up in August for some people, and some in September. Will they be able to afford simple school clothes and supplies? Maybe they have to go to where people at churches and give away certain items, because people are catching hell. So I just want you to listen to a little bit of this on CNBC. They had it this morning about how inflation is hurting average everyday Americans.
Report, I don't see any relief anywhere. Even before we got to this 9.1%, there had been some sectors that were behaving a little bit better. I look at rents going up. I didn't see any relief in apparel. There was some hope, folks, that maybe with the inventory that Courtney Reagan's been talking about at some of the department stores, that you might see some relief in apparel. Not much there. I did see airline fares go down 1.8%. I don't even know what that means. I'm sure it's not going to hang on there. I guess the only question is, you had double-digit 11%, 12% increases in energy, as to whether or not some of that comes off the boil in the future, given what's happened in gasoline futures markets, that they've come down by nearly $1, at least from the peak. Whether or not and how that shows up and when that shows up in the consumer price is really a question. But overall, you have this unrelenting increase in prices from varying degrees, from 0.7 on rent up to 1% on food. And there's every reason to think this would make the Fed tougher right here, Andrew.
Steve, thank you for that. I want to get over to Mike Santoli, who's watching the stock market as well. What's your take here, Mike?
Yeah, pretty linear in terms of all the things Rick and Steve were talking about, and how that feeds into equity prices. There's an impatience inherent in the equity market.
Now I'm going to stop right there, because I just wanted you to hear the basics of what's going on in the stock market. What I really want to talk about is how this is affecting everyday Americans. You have people who are not able to get government help, who's not able to get EBT, and they are truly suffering in this economy. If Joe Biden and his administration, who told us they can't do anything about this problem, the people who voted for him are the people who are suffering the most. Inflation is an unseen tax on the poor, the lower middle class, and the middle class. And now that the Fed is raising interest rates, it'll be tough for you to buy a car. It'll be even tough for you to buy a house, because it becomes more expensive. So everybody is stuck right now. Then we have a bomb ready to detonate, and that's called a recession. And you know what that means. That means incoming layoffs. We don't know what sector, because when people don't have money to spend, that means manufacturers don't make products. We don't know if it's going to be a mild recession or a deep recession. But it seems like when the numbers come in and the GDP is below zero for 2 quarters, that means we have a recession, and it could be coming this fall. I hope that people, and especially poor people, learn some things like how to make food last a while. Because I truly believe there's a lot of children at the end of the month who are going without food. And I hope some people who never in their life thought they had to go to a food pantry to get food, that there's enough food there for people to have to eat. I have never in my lifetime seen prices like this. And usually when they go up like this, they never go back down. You can't even go out to eat at a fast food restaurant without spending $25. That's a luxury right now in most homes. Then you're not talking about energy prices. Now, we talked about gas, but we're talking about your gas, your light bill. All those things are going up right now. So it seems like everywhere you turn, somebody is eating off your table. So you have no discretionary income for school clothes, for things that you would like to buy your children. This is what inflation does in America that people really don't talk about. This is not some passing problem. This is a problem that could last up to 18 months. And I don't know if there's many Americans who can survive this type of inflation. Gas prices are coming down, but the reason why gas prices might be coming down is because people and employers and businesses feel that a recession is coming. If a recession is coming, oil prices drop because they won't need it. That means layoffs are coming next. This economy is in shambles. We have inflation, we have a crime problem, and that's going to be exacerbated. We have a border crisis, we have a war in Ukraine. We may not have enough food because of what the farmers are saying, and the wheat that Ukraine and Russia are not sending overseas because of a war. This is as truly bad as it can get, but it can get worse. So I hope poor people, especially in the hood, start saving money, using those EBT cards wisely, learning how to make meals that will last for their children. Because things are tough now, but this fall, it can get tougher. I want to thank you for listening to Black Side. I hope you subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, but also share this video.